Like seriously, Tony Awards, whatever, pink, doesn't matter. That was just so good. How good? Such a nice surprise for everyone. So good evening everyone and welcome to the 2026 Coastline Bank Greater Port Macquarie Business Awards. What a fantastic way to start. And look, can we give another round of applause to the Extravagance Studios dancers and Sergeant Hope. They have put in so many hours behind the scenes. Look, tonight would not be possible without the support of our valued sponsors who continue to invest in and champion our local business community. And what fun we've had over the last 3 months. We started with our launch event, we then had our workshop, and then we had the Billabong Zoo experience for our VIPs, and now the big night, a big celebration. So firstly, thank you to Coastline Bank, now in their 5th year as our naming rights sponsor, our gold sponsor, JC Entertainment and Events, who bring the vision into absolute life. Adore you guys too. Our silver sponsors, Panthers Port Macquarie Hastings Council, Wind Television, The Witchy Nook, Lifestyle Group, Port News and Southern Cross Austereo. Our bronze sponsors, HVWN, Let's Get Lit, and can I just say, this is absolutely beautiful and it was done by Let's Get Lit. Styling was handed over. Thank you, Maddie and team. Better Insurance Cover, Extravagance Studios, Harvey Norman Computers and Technology, Billabong Zoo, Richie's IGA, MNC Poker, and Lucy Humphries Photography, who will be roaming around and capturing all the amazing moments throughout the night. And our event supporters, Mid-Coast Connect, Business New South Wales, Gork, and Posit Photo Booth. So you wouldn't know, but we've got a little moment in there for later. I'd also like to acknowledge the leadership and commitment of our Business Port Macquarie board members, led by Peter Jones. They generously volunteer their time, skills and energy to help drive our organisation forward. That was always going to happen. It was my worst fear and it just happened. There you go. My next worst fear is going down those stairs. Right. So we're incredibly fortunate to have people who volunteer their time and they genuinely care about our business community and are invested in the success of every single business represented here tonight. And a very warm welcome to our special guest joining us this evening, Robert Dwyer, Member for Port Macquarie and Shadow Parliamentary Secretary for Regional Roads, Robert Fish, General Manager of Port Macquarie Hastings Council, Councillor Nick Lipovac and Councillor Mark Hornshaw. Tonight is all about celebrating excellence, but before we do that, I'd like to take a moment to recognise something that every finalist, nominee and business owner in the room has in common. At some point, you had an idea that nobody else could see, a vision that only existed in your mind. You backed yourself before there was certainty, before there were customers, before there was proof, and you took a risk. Because building a business requires a special kind of belief, the belief to keep going when an outcome isn't guaranteed, to show up when things get tough, to trust in your vision when others don't yet understand it. The businesses we celebrate tonight, they weren't built on a stage like this. They were built in the early mornings, was that a pop? Yes, I heard that. Oh, it was Susan. I love that noise. You know I love that noise. You did that on purpose. Now we've got to concentrate again. The businesses we celebrate tonight, they weren't built on a stage like this. They were built in the early mornings, the late nights, the setbacks, the lessons learned, and the determination to keep moving forward. And that's what makes tonight really special. Because tonight, we celebrate the people who had the courage to start, the resilience to continue, and the commitment to turn an idea into something real. So whether you're a finalist, a sponsor, a supporter, or simply here to cheer someone on, thank you for being a part of what makes our business community so extraordinary. And thank you for the support of Business Port Macquarie and for the trust you place in our team and in me to continue advocating for, connecting you all and championing local business. And now, it's my pleasure to welcome a passionate advocate for local business in Port Macquarie, our President of Business Port Macquarie, Peter Jones, to join me on stage. Please make him feel welcome.